If I have to make stories up to share with you, it's just weird, right? And that's what I want to share with you today. The path of authenticity, to embrace self love, to see yourself clearly. But we got a new favorite spot. You used to sit on that chair, right? That's fancy Herman Miller chair. That's very ergonomic, but it's not cozy. I feel the more coziness we can introduce, the more I like being here. I even got used to looking straight at you, which is very new to me. Usually I look here, so I see if everything is just fine. But now, since we ditch the professional setting and I'm being here, let me show you. Just on the couch, I feel a lot better. The more you feel comfortable, the easier things get, and the more you do it. Usually around this time, it's 9 p.m. I would love to watch Netflix, play video games. I like TFT, Teamfight Tactics from League of Legends, and StarCraft 2. But for some reason, the more I engage with life lately in tasks and challenges that actually are meaningful to me with variable success, but the fact that I tackle them, the more I feel comfortable talking to you. Because otherwise, I'm gonna feel like a fraud. If I have to make stories up to share with you, it's just weird, right? And that's what I want to share with you today. The path of authenticity, to embrace self love, to see yourself clearly. Sometimes, even though we say we want to do it, it's actually really difficult. Not only difficult in the sense of what to do, not knowing what to do, or to have the strength to foster the courage to actually do it, but also when you get there and actually feel content, less drama in your life. At the beginning, feels great, right? It's not like that aesthetic dopamine hit, but more of a calming, high serotonin level, relaxed peace. It sounds great. Everyone wants that. At least we say it. But for the most part, that's what I see, not only in friends and others, but also in myself. When we are used to chaos from our childhood so much, and also in toxic relationship we have been in and we have been contributing to, once this peace settles, most of the time, it's gonna feel like boredom. It's gonna feel like something is off, something is wrong. You're gonna look for shit to come up, but there's nothing coming up. So you're anxious about it, and like subconsciously, you create these drama then in your life yourself. You start ghosting people you shouldn't, eating stuff that gives you breakout, and also, yeah, engage in behaviors that wouldn't particularly facilitate the peace you have been wanting for years. This is something that is easy to understand mentally, but it doesn't mean you can hold it within your heart. Sometimes we engage, and it's not like we are setting out to have drama reintroduced in our lives, right? But these things shows in very subtle ways that we reach out to people we have already given second, thirds, and I don't know what chances to, which we shouldn't. And that's not to say if they have changed and they reach out, we should ignore them, because we shouldn't. Now I feel like a hypocrite because someone invited me to their wedding, but I really don't want to go. Am I being good or bad? I really don't want people with questionable integrity in my life no more. And it doesn't matter what you offer. Like, I can buy my meals myself. Like, coffee isn't that expensive. And the best matcha I can have is at home. I'm bringing my own shit anywhere, anyways. So it's why I love to connect with people, and I connect with new people on a daily basis. Sometimes when things getting so bored, you notice that for all of a sudden there are these little behavior that coming up, right? You try to connect with old people who don't match your vibe. You You try to go places that is actually not good for you. You stop the routine that you have built. You've forgotten the rituals that brought you here. You start sabotaging yourself because you're bored. And it's very difficult to see it because in the midst of it, you think you're doing the right thing. What you think is, I have the energy to re engage and hope to build on what we've had, which, if it works for you, great. It never works for me. When people don't reach out to me because they have grown and they want to reflect on things, things always go to shit. And I've noticed in my life, the less I put effort into helping people being around me, the better my life gets. I meet better people. I am at better places. I feel a lot better. There's no drama. There's a lot of fun. I get invited to fun events, meet creative people. But every time I go, especially with old friends, when I try to make myself fit the room or feel like my surrounding feel better, even if it works for the time being, there's gonna be things showing up that just shows me that they're resenting me. And I highly encourage you to adopt a different mindset. And that is not to make people feel good around you, but to keep your own integrity and authenticity intact despite people feeling uncomfortable around you. And to embrace that with a laughter and smile. Because you can't do shit about it. And everything you can do is just patching something that's already been broken. And that's not to say that other people are bad. It's just that it's a mismatch. It's just not good, you know? I don't know if you have realized, like most people who have like good and healthy relationship, they all look the same. Like in the friend group, there's not like one guy being like a lot more obese than others. Maybe that's a one quota. But usually they all look the same. They all sound the same. They all dress similar and they all do the same shit. If you are trying to befriend people who are just not like you, it wouldn't work. At least that's true for me. And that's definitely one of the ways that I've been sabotaging myself and my life for years. Your job is to be you and do what you do best, and that's to express yourself. At least that's true for me. I welcome everyone who reaches out. I am so happy when I get a call from a friend, when I get invited somewhere and can spend time with people who are creative, who are authentic, who are expressive. But to be around, but to be around people who is just trying to fit in a room that's just, it's not doing any good. And another way that it shows up is the way you eat, right? The reason you have the body you have is because you have the routines that you have. If you wash yourself regularly, like you wash your face, when I say washing, I mean like a full skin routine with exfoliating, like with cleansing, exfoliating, soothing, moisturizing, all the rest. Same goes for your food, what you eat, how clean you eat, how much good food you put in your body, how much effort and presence you put into deciding what you're gonna digest on a daily basis. There are reasons why you look the way you look, and that's not superficial because the face and the body just reflects on what you do on a regular basis. When my skin got like near perfect, the next best thing I do is I hit McDonald's or KFC or whatever, which does this, and it's not good. It's just not good. Maybe I shouldn't be too harsh on myself. It would be great if you don't do it. This is how it shows for me and what I'm still working on. So these are the little things that I've noticed in my life, that the little vices that I have that actually it's not good for me, which shows that life is actually going well because these are first world problems, right? But this is where we're at. When you and maybe how you want to tackle that. The way I do it is intentionally nowadays. When I go to McDonald's, I get just fries or half a burger. I have cake almost 3, 4, 5 times a week, but just a little piece. I eat pizza on a weekly basis and just not too much of them and high quality ones. I try to go to I try to grab a drink on a weekly basis as well. It just doesn't work out. So I get maybe 1 or 2 drinks a month, which is okay, I guess. I'm basically never drunk, even though you might catch me with a bottle. I'm never drunk. I really enjoy being in the club, watching people, judging people, writing down what I observe. There's 95% of my content creation, like my content plan or inspiration, I'm getting out of clubs, guys. When I'm standing there looking at people, how they're behaving in the club, it's pure magic. Ah, I just love it. Yeah, that's how I deal with it. So instead of being too harsh on yourself, like doing everything to get to a perfect life and then binge the shit out of it and get these bums, I learned to just do it every now and then in a regulated manner. And that's good. It's a lot better too. Yeah, that's how I've been dealing with it. One more thing. A sign that I'm bored and somewhat sabotaging myself, which is not real sabotage, is like retail therapy. It's just not real, guys. Like I used to have 3, 4 DSLR cameras, and this is digital, right? But I used to have a bunch of cameras and gear. For the time in which I had those with more lenses, I created maybe 5% of the content I do nowadays. Now I have a very simple, easy setup with just one camera, 2 lenses because B-rolls, one big light. This is 120 centimeters. I set it all up to hook it right into my MacBook and edit lightly, as you can tell. And it works a lot better. Back to retail therapy. Buying more gear won't get you to create content. That's for real. Also, having more t-shirts won't help you create content either, because I thought I ought to have these logos and these brands and all the rest to make me look good and give me credibility. For some demographics, it might be true. But if I have to use those things to attract people instead of just being me and dress the way I want to dress at the time when I want to speak with you, I've noticed that the more hold back on content creation, the more I want to buy stuff, especially clothes. I think one reason is because I like the colors and the texture. I like the fact that I can craft my outfit any way I want because that's how I express myself. It used to be hair, but we don't have no hair no more. So it's fashion instead. And that's what I noticed. I was just this close to buying a new t-shirt again. And then I realized, you know what? Instead of playing video games and buying a t-shirt, maybe I just try sitting down and sharing a few of my stories and learning I have realized and recognized for myself. And guess what? It did the trick. So instead of buying shit no one needs, because I got more shirts than the month has days, right? I'm here and telling you weird stories and learnings of mine. So I hope that has been helpful to you. If you're bored in a good relationship, don't fuck it up. And if you have stories and maybe signs of your own that you want to share, I would love to connect in the comment section below. My name is Pity. See you guys next time. Bye.